Okay, they are on. All right, good evening, those that are present. At this time, I'd like to ask for a motion from the council to come out of the executive session, if I might.
So moved.
Motion made, a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right,
And a
great. And a motion to seal the minutes.
You got a motion made.
Okay, second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, so we're out of executive session officially, and minutes, or not minutes, but it had been sealed, records, and we're to the regular town council meeting at 7:01. If I could ask for a roll call, Mrs. Amatrano, please.
Glenn Shibley,
Present.
Greg LaBoissonniere,
Here.
Kerry McGee,
Yeah.
Deb Bacon,
Here.
Nicholas Gorham,
Here.
Ed Wazika.
Here.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Spearman, if you could be so kind to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, sir.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And while we're still standing, if we just bow our heads for a moment, if you care to. Dear Lord, we ask for your guidance. We ask for your blessings tonight and for this month and this year. We ask for your protection over our service individuals, military, both in this country and all parts of the world, also for our public safety officials as well, as we know they're fighting danger all too often. And this, we ask your blessings, and we thank you. Amen.
Amen.
And emergency evacuation plan, please, Mr. Spearman.
Emergency is 2 exits in the rear, it's just right enough to think outside. Go red side.
Your red side. All right, and the Patriots came through too, so, all right. President's comments, real briefly tonight. Great news to start with, according to the article, Kent County Times, recently, October 11th, that the new Department of Health Services and Public Safety Complex is on budget and on schedule, as quoted by the building chairman, committee chairman, Bill Finnegan. It's a nice article. I know that they're having a ceremonial, groundbreaking ceremony on October 25th, which is coming up soon at 10 a.m. To show off some of the progress that has been made. So the public is welcome to attend. I know any of the council and town officials that can attend, that'd be welcome as well. And that's a good thing. They're guessing, or they're predicting that they'll be open completion the summer of 2019, which is actually just around the corner. At least I think so in my elderly state of life here. And that's a good thing. Secondly, on a sad note, the town of Coventry has lost a true friend and member of the Zoning Board of Review with the passing of Jean Kosala on October 3rd. She will be greatly missed. Not only mother of 2 beautiful daughters, grandmother, a public servant, not only in West Warwick, but serving again on our Coventry Zoning Board for several years, most recently as an alternate member of the Zoning Board. And her passing came way too soon, but I know that myself and Councilman LaBoissonniere was at the wake and giving our condolences to the family. Basically, that's all I have as President's comments. So at this time, I think next on the agenda is the approval of the town council minutes from the September 24th meeting. And we all have that in front of us. I don't know, it's not as lengthy as some meeting minutes have been. I don't know if anybody has any changes or comments or corrections. Otherwise, I'll ask for a motion to accept.
I'll give you the motion to accept. I didn't see anything that we could change.
Okay, do I have a second on the motion to accept? And are there any meeting suggestions or changes or amendments, or otherwise we'll just ask for a vote? Okay, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That's unanimous, I guess. And minutes are approved. So next we have the council district updates. I'll start to my far right, Councilman McGee, District 3.
I have nothing to report on District 3. I do want to say, I will... That's better, thank you. I have nothing to report on District 3. Everything's going pretty smooth, but I will not be at the next council meeting, so I want to urge everybody to get out and vote, because I think that's the last council meeting before our election.
It is.
So exercise your right to get out and vote, and let's get started. All right, use it. Get out there and vote for the best person. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mrs. Bacon, District 5.
Hi, yes, I just want to remind everyone, the zoning board meeting for this Wednesday, October 17th, the start time is 6 p.m. So I just wanted to point out, normally it starts at 7, but this week it will be starting at 6 p.m. Also, Ed, I just wanted to ask, will this be live streamed, this meeting?
On Wednesday?
Wednesday's meeting?
Yes, it will be.
Okay, thank you.
It will be.
Okay, thank you. Councilman LeBossiniere, District 2.
Again, I had a conversation with Manager Wazika regarding some drainage issues that still have remained on Thompson Drive over there with regards to some of the new paving. But I think that some of the issues with the drainage go past that. I'm older than and we were told that the drainage areas, I guess they tried cleaning them out and they were having some problems. But some of the people in that area are looking to either have a meeting to determine what, if anything, can be done. If we are unable to, then we're going to have to figure out a type of solution. We spoke about this last time. Secondly, I just wanted to mention that I was... in my packet, I received a little invitation from the Bennett family on Walker Lane. In Sunday, November 11th, I've been invited to an Eagle Scout Court of Honor for James Curtis Bennett. He's going to be I guess brought up in as an Eagle Scout at the VFW post on Sunday the 11th. So I had the honor of getting the invitation. So that's always nice to receive those, seeing the kids do well. And other than that, this time, that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. I also got an invitation, and hopefully we can come up with a nice proclamation for that. And it's going to be held at the VFW, correct?
That is correct.
On Veterans Day itself, I believe. That's Sunday. Okay, District 4 update, just one new location for Dunkin' Donuts, I understand, is presently under construction at the New London Turnpike, next to the Cumberland Farm store. The location will now be in Coventry, which is good, and they're moving across the street. I think across the street is East Greenwich, isn't it? Where they are now?
Where they are now is East Greenwich.
Right, right.
Well,
So they're moving.
Just the CVS or
No, Dunkin' Donuts. They're just coming in.
coming right over
They're coming into Coventry.
Right,
See,
right.
Coventry just loves Dunkin' Donuts, and we got a new business coming in, and it's going to be what they're leveling. It seems like a good size, right next to Cumberland Farms and down from Cracker Barrel, but that'll be good. We'll take it. A new business at Coventry. And that is District 4, by the way.
I didn't know that's what
All
they
right.
meant when they said black gold. in
Yeah,
Texas
right.
tea.
All right. And secondly, and I know that I've mentioned it, at 46 Laurel Avenue still has that little pothole in front of its home. It's in the street. It's a big hole, and it's next to a water pipe cap, and it's sharp. And I don't know if we're still waiting for the asphalt to come in to fill that hole?
The
Or it's on hold, but I'm sure it's being worked on.
Public Works Director has gone over there, looked at it.
All right.
And
Right.
he has advised me, he believes it's actually a water main and not ours. It's Kent County Water
For the asphalt?
for the asphalt area
All right,
around there.
good.
So
All right.
he's
So
contacted
he's on
them.
top of it?
Yes,
Good.
it is.
Okay, very good. So if I do get a call from that gentleman, who's very cordial, I'll tell him it's being looked into. The other concern that I know Mr. Warzika, our capable acting town manager, has is the trucks coming into the landfill off of Arnold Road, dropping a lot of debris falling along the street, and the traffic backups. But you did have a meeting with Mr. McGee, with the officials, DeGrorio or DeGrorio?
They have a bi-weekly meeting that
Okay.
I attended, and we went over some of the issues,
All right.
and they were advised that if the truck situation continues, they're gonna have to be footing the bill for a detail officer over there to maintain. They are out cleaning that road.
Okay.
It's quite often, in fact, they burnt out a couple of setups of rollers doing it, so they are out there
Us
constantly.
or them?
Nope, it's all on them. It's all on the
Oh, all
company
right,
doing
good. All right,
doing
fine.
the filling.
That's it. Thank you. That's it. My district.
I've just got one question.
For
What's
report.
what's the ETA for the completion of that, at least the trucking in of the materials?
Well, they're actually looking at that whole thing right now. They're doing an analysis, a cost-benefit analysis, to determine whether or not they want to cap off at what they were originally projected at, which I believe was 21 feet. And at that, and if that's the case, then they will be done, and they will be capped and done by 19. It'll be they are looking at the benefit to the town as well as the other participating parties if we went up 1, 3, or 5 additional feet, which would be minimal difference from what you're seeing now over there. And the potential for up to $2 million possibly in additional revenue that would stay with the town. The issue with that whole thing over there is, and this is ongoing, is the fact that there are annual operations and maintenance of that facility that have to take place.
Right.
And that could be quite expensive.
Well, I know it's climbing in height, and
What you see in
I
the
know-
front actually isn't the finished height.
No.
That's being used as a staging area, so the height is actually down about 10 feet,
Okay.
15 feet from what you're
All right.
seeing from Arnold Road. It's not that high.
And there's no truth to the rumor it might be named Mount Shibley. Okay, I'm only kidding. All right, I'm done with District 4. Thank you for heading that on. And now we're on to C, the consent agenda for discussion and/or action. We have all before us C1. Mrs. Amatrano, I don't know if you want to read the beginning of this, and then I don't know if Mr. Warzika, you take over from this point, or what. But go ahead and read the resolution that we have in front of us.
Okay, be it resolved that the town council authorize the interim town manager to grant permission to National Grid Verizon for petition of the National Grid for joint or identical pole location for the following public ways. North Glen Drive, proposed new joint-owned pole location.
Okay, thank you. At this point, Mr. Warzika.
This is simply a housekeeping. It's Verizon National Grid put up these poles. It's going to be on, obviously, town property. So that the town council needs to authorize and approve putting the pole, allowing them to put the pole up.
Okay, and I know we've got some paperwork.
Just
and
showing,
design,
showing
where
design,
it is.
location.
Everything looks good to our town engineers and everything?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions of our fellow council members regarding this?
This is just a replacement pole. There's already an existing pole 20 feet in. It looks like
Yes.
they just want to move it out so we have access to it.
Yes.
Verizon had. Okay.
Okay, any other questions? If not, a motion to approve the resolution? All right, a second, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Aye, thank you. Very good. We have, next, we have C2. And again, if you wanted to be so kind to read it for us, Mrs. Amatrano, on the resolution itself. Bless you.
Be it resolved that the town council of the town of Coventry approve and authorize the interim town manager to pay the final progress billing for professional services related to the consulting project associated with the town's sewer fund to Citron Cooperman and Company LLP in the amount of $16,247.
Okay. Mr. Warzika, to add more information to the council on this particular matter, please.
This is simply the final bill of the payment for their services involving their evaluation of the sewer system. It is in line with what the original contract was $36,000, and anything over 10% overage on that would have required to come back and negotiate. It did go up slightly over the 36. It was another, I had the number written down, I think it was $2,000 more, so it was within the 10% maximum limit.
Okay, and I see in our package, we've had a couple invoices
I gave
already
you the
already
original,
paid.
the invoices that we paid in the
Right,
past,
okay,
to show you
So
what the
this-
whole packet cost.
okay, all right. So this is just completing it, paying the final bill due, and are there any questions regarding this final invoice on the report?
Yep, no, I just have a
Yes.
question. You said 36,000, because on the resolution, I thought it was 37,000.
Well, 36 and change was the
Okay.
original estimate that they gave us.
Oh, all right,
36.5.
36.5, yeah.
36.5, okay. And when were these bills paid? It just says paid on here. Do we have dates for that, when they were paid, or no?
They do, I didn't print out
Oh,
the
okay.
recs with them, but they were paid over time as they came in.
Yeah, when it was received, but
Okay.
paid, I was wondering. Okay, thank you.
Okay, then I'll ask for a resolution to pay the final amount due.
Motion to accept the resolution.
Okay, a resolution, and a second, please, on the resolution?
We'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, C2. C3, Mr. Celeste, right? Is that how you pronounce it? Yes. Not Celeste, and Celeste.
No, I got an English
All
side
right,
there.
all right.
It should be Celeste, but you know.
If you could be so kind then, we have the package in front of us, and it's the abatements and additions for September 2018, if I'm not incorrect.
That is correct.
Very
So these
good.
are mostly from September 18. I kind of batch them together a month at a time or so. These are pretty much the ones from when I started towards the end of August until about the end of September.
Mhm.
As you can see, there's almost double the amount of additions as abatements, which is always a good thing.
Yes, it is.
I kind of changed the format slightly, so I broke down by the tax roll for each amount. So there's some supplemental abatements that basically they weren't on the certified roll to begin with, so they kind of don't really hit the ledger the same way, but one way or another. But 21,000 abatements, 39,000 in additions, and if anyone has any questions on any of those line items in those reports, I'd be more than happy to answer those.
Well, I saw it, I looked through it and it looks very clear. I like the format, and I like also new receivables being higher than the abatements, almost 2 to 1.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing, as other decisions have been made in past months. But are there any other questions of the council regarding any of the abatements or the additions?
Just a quick comment. These abatements have all been through the appeal process?
Some of them are appeals, which I granted, and then if you look through, I put a comment on each line. So I usually put assessor granted appeal or something along those lines for the ones that came through in that way as a tax appeal. There's other ones too, people's exemptions drop off for whatever reason and things, but you'll see the coding on there usually in that line right before the amount. You'll see granted appeal or assessor granted appeal.
And I see incorrect classification.
Yeah, they had a
That's
residential
it,
property classed as commercial, so I had, that's
All
the
right.
difference in the value for the tax rate change, things
Got it.
like that.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
very good. Again, to me, it's fairly clear for someone that does not have an accounting degree. Any other questions regarding?
I do like the new format, it is nice.
I do too.
It's good.
All right. All right, well, thank you for your report tonight. I guess if there's no other questions, then a motion to approve the resolution.
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
The ayes. I have it. Thank
Thanks,
you,
Chris.
sir. Have a good evening tonight. All right, so C3, and now, where he brings us up to C4, which is the tentative agenda for the meetings in 2019. And Mr. Warzika, do you want to comment on them, or?
These are just the typical way that we do them, based on the charter, and then the holidays are indicated on those. It's up to, which we have to approve
Right.
in advance.
By
So
the
that's all
charter.
this is about, just a simple,
Okay. And again, I know it's for 2019, I'm just wondering, and I see the dates, and I see the holidays mentioned, is it the pleasure of the council to, where the holidays occur, to change the dates, or don't we do this tonight?
I'm gonna change them.
Excuse me?
Change them to the Tuesday.
Yeah,
Can
that's
we
what I was
change 'em?
wondering, or at least on 3 of them.
Yes.
I had made the note, did you also?
Yes.
Councilwoman Bacon, okay, so, if it's, doable, then, the first one being, May 27th holiday, Memorial Day, it would be changed to what? May 28th, a Tuesday?
28th?
Okay, that's what I had. And then the, August 12th is VJ Day. I think I'd leave that only because, whether the new council will have 1 or 2 meetings in August, or strike that totally.
You know, I usually go away that weekend to a reunion,
I
so
am-
if we don't strike it, then I
Right.
won't be at the meeting, so, I mean,
Yeah,
I'd
but I
rather,
think, do you want to change it tonight, or?
I'd rather
leave it?
change the date, that way, if we still strike it, at least I can make the meeting, because I don't come home until that night at 12, so.
So what do you want to do, change it to the 13th?
Yeah, the Tuesday too, that'd be, we
Tuesday
may,
the
we may
13th?
vote to just eliminate the the
Yeah,
summer
I
one,
mean,
but.
we can always, we
All right.
can add
So
and
that
make
was-
changes as we go.
Right, I know that. So, all right, so that one would be, August 13th,
Thank you.
and a Tuesday, if in fact it goes. All right, and then thirdly, we have October 14th, which would be Columbus Day, possibly change to Tuesday, October 15th, if we agree on that. And then November 11th, Veterans Day holiday would be changed to Tuesday, November 12th, if we're all in agreement with that. So those would be the 4 changes, and if everybody's in agreement with those for the remaining council members and the new council, I guess we have a motion, to accept? Is that it at this time? Yes, sure.
One quick question. When do we do the budget hearing, the dates for the budget hearing? When would we,
that typically comes out in December, early January.
December? Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't recall. Thank you.
Okay, and you do have also noted the legislators meeting January 7th at the bottom, which could obviously stay the same. All right, then, a motion to accept the schedule.
Motion to accept.
Okay, second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
As amended, by the way, as amended.
Yes, as
All right, all in favor? Yes, aye. Okay, so that's 4-0 on the new schedule change for 2019. All right, so that's C. Moving right along, we have, next is D. And only one, D1, Mrs. Amatrano, you want to just lead us into this one?
This is a new victualling license, CNA Automotive Inc., 2070 New Snack Hill Road.
All right, and they have paid their fee, and that is because they're going to be offering some type of food, I guess. Is that
Coffee.
coffee? Coffee. That's some type of
Is
food.
that CNA or KNA? KNA.
I'm sorry, did I say
K&A.
K&A?
K&A. Sorry. I didn't even catch that. You're thinking CNA, is that right down there by Wood Estates? They're not offering coffee, are they? All right. K&A. Any questions regarding this application for a new vitrilling license? It doesn't have to be a public hearing, right,
No.
Mr. Solicitor? No? Okay. If there's no questions, then all in favor? Motion to accept, I guess, I'm sorry.
Motion to grant the victualling
And
license.
a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all right, so we got it through. Very good. Now, we have, in a short agenda tonight, we have E, which is the general public comment for, the public. Any, comment at this time would be, acceptable. So do we have any public comment at this time? Public comment time. Okay, and that we don't, I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Okay.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you for coming tonight, and have a good evening.